Blessings, fam.
What's going on, everybody?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Essence, and we're back with another episode of Love and Honor. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
Now,
Day.
Mother's Day has already passed. However, in honor of Mother's Day, we are talking about differences in being a mama versus not being a mom, like a dad. And so we are going to get into it today. We hope you guys have had a wonderful Mother's Day, regardless if you are a mom, auntie, a cousin, a sister, anyone playing a mother's role, anyone who is operating in the capacity of mom to any human being, anyone who has experienced having a child, adopting a child, being a godparent, whatever, you matter. And your role is very important. Yeah. So we always also want to take the time to, be mindful of people who have lost a mother, lost parents, lost a child. Our heart goes out to you guys, and we pray that God blesses you with peace and continues to comfort you, and for any other area that I've missed. But happy Mother's Day to everybody out there.
And for those who may be experiencing miscarriages and things like that, we're praying for that as well. And just know that, God is still yet able.
Yeah.
Every person in the Bible, every woman who was barren until she had a child. Yeah.
And so some people are desiring to have children, or they don't, just whatever stage you are in life. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
If you even have the desire, happy Mother's Day. Okay. And so today we're talking about some differences, right?
Yeah.
Some differences between mamas and everybody else. No, and dads. Okay.
Everybody else is crazy.
So one of the things that I think is very different between moms and dads is the way that we protect our babies. Like, I think that we are so much more protective over our children at times. And when we're speaking, we're talking about our experience. So yours may be completely different. It might not be like that in your family, but we're speaking about ours. Mm-hmm. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. So the way that we protect our babies, right? Mm-hmm. There's the term mama bear, mama lion. The mama is like the vicious one. Like, we are coming for your head. We will do the most when it comes to our children. And I think that's very different, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that dads won't. Y'all do it. Y'all do what needs to be done. But I feel like we're quick with it. Mm-hmm. We be ready to, when it comes to the child who was within us.
Yeah. Would you say you protect them both the same and with the same intensity? One being honor the boy and the other being hunter the girl, just in case you don't know.
Yeah, but differently. The same intensity. Mm-hmm. But differently. They're the things that they're afraid of, the things that they get involved in, I feel like is different.
Yeah.
And I think, when you have children, you learn your child, because their personalities are different. Like, you may think you having a kid and they're going to be X, Y, and Z. They're going to be just like you. These children are different, and they are who God created them to be. And so you have to make adjustments to that. Like, Hunter is someone who helps her brother out a lot. Mm-hmm. And she will do things like she's quick to throw hands.
Yeah. Oh, she is.
She's really quick. Yeah. And she has fun doing it.
She's like Peter of the
she's
bunch.
Probably the Peter.
Yes, for sure.
The female Peter.
Peter, I don't know, guys.
Her name is Hunter, so yes. She's the Peter.
Patricia. Huh?
And so, but you love them the way that you are called to love them, and which is different. Mm-hmm. And like, there's things that bother Honor, or he's afraid of, or that he's concerned about, that Hunter's not. So you just, whatever it is, like, you're gonna learn your kids, and then you're different with it. I feel like people don't be knowing what parenting really entails. Like, we be quick to want a baby, we be quick to want that kid, and then we get them and we're like, Lord, this takes a lot of work.
Yeah. Like, starting from day one with team really no sleep.
Yeah. That's like, and listen, and I feel like that's like that first 3 months. Mm-hmm. That first 3 months is that team no sleep. It's the hardest to me.
That's not just a cute slogan either. It's actual people think it's zero sleep
until they experience it, and they're like, this is not cute at all. Yeah. I heard, because I feel like people they don't keep it real, and they don't tell you like what to really expect in parenting. And they, they have books and stuff, but it's like what your body goes through. It doesn't talk about the lack of sleep and the effects of sleep deprivation and what it does to you and your mind and your attitude and your body, etc. Like, in that sense.
Don't tell you what to do when you change your son's diaper in the middle of the night, and then he decides he wants to pee while his diaper's off.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios. There's just everything.
Not
Parenting is not for the weak.
Lord
But if you're
believers.
weak, the Lord will strengthen you. But yeah. And so, but the protector piece, like being a protector. And like, I don't want to say worry because we're not too worried, right? We, even with our children, I think sometimes people worry, like, because it's not you. So, our parents worried about us. But I had to come to a place where I was like, okay, God, these are your children before they're even mine. And just like you love me, you love them. And just like you keep me, you keep them. And just like you protect me, you'll protect them. And so my relationship is not like, it may be different because of where I'm at in it, but they're still your child, just like I'm your child. And so that brought me comfort in knowing that God loves them like I love them. Like, I believe that you're not going to find many people in life who love your children the way that you love them. God loves them even more than that.
Even more.
So that's a comfort. Like, so I don't know what I would do without him. I would be worried and tripping out.
Could you imagine?
No. I can't imagine because I need him. Like, I need the peace that comes along with trusting God and living for him. I need that in raising these kids because like I will be so concerned because this world is so messed up. That's the way you have peace. Like, honestly, how else will I have peace? That peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace when the world is in chaos. Peace when people are warring against each other and possibly just it could happen anywhere. Like, peace when people are trafficking. Peace when, like, it only comes from God. So if I didn't have God and I didn't rely and lean on him, how would I survive? Not even in my own life, but when you are caring for someone who has their own mind and can make choices and do the things that they desire to do that may not be in alignment, thank God I have him because he will keep you sane. But yeah, but as a mom, I feel like even when you start out and like, there's no manual. You can read all the books you want, but your child is not going to necessarily just fall in line with the book that you're reading.
Like they read it too. Like,
right.
Yeah,
or like, they're like, no, it's an instruction manual and it's a general model, right? General model kid. And all of us are the same. No, it's different.
Yeah.
And so, I feel like the mother instincts is legit. Like, that's real. It kicks in. Because some people be feeling like, oh, I don't have it. When you have them babies and you got to look after these real folk, it's gonna kick in.
Yeah, and I think it's because the biggest difference between the father and the mother, at least as it relates to bringing the child into the world,
and us in our situation,
just in general,
okay,
is the fact that the mother, like the child, was physically a part of that mother. Like,
connected.
Physically. They were one body. You know what I mean?
In one, yeah.
So
there's
like
two bodies, but inside of one. Yeah.
Yeah. So when that child comes out, when that child comes out, it's like a part of that mother. So
like, I feel like when stuff is about to happen or something, I feel it within me. Like, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it. Like, one time when we were when we were younger, well, we were younger too, but when Honor was younger, we were walking in the parking lot. And Leonard was holding his hand, I was holding his hand, and he fell and got a busted lip. And we were holding his hand, and I felt horrible. When I tell you within me, I felt it in me. I'm not playing. Like, I'm not just using words to explain a thought or a feeling. Like, well, a feeling, yes. But I mean, I really felt within my body something. Like, and when they're about to be, like, if they're doing something and they're about to get hurt, like say they're falling and they start tripping, I feel it within me. Like, if something happens and they get hurt, I feel it in my body. Like, I'm not playing. And if you're a mom, you can let me know if you've experienced that or not. I think it's a mom thing. Probably because we were connected. Their lifeline, the way that they ate, the way that they lived was connected to me, Yeah,
because when he fell, I mean, I felt bad for him, I did not
felt
feel the
it
pain
inside of me. Like, it is crazy how for real that is. Like, it's just something, and that's a difference. Like, what we feel within our bodies for our children, and I wouldn't think that ever goes away.
Yeah, like, I tell you what, as the father, I don't envy that superpower. I don't want to feel it. Why we both got to feel it? I'll try to teach you not to fall. How about that?
But listen, though, like, so if you're a mom and your child is older, tell me if anything changes as they get older. I don't believe it would. But let me know. Because I mean, they're still your babies. I don't care how old my children get. And I tell them now, you are always going to be my baby. You could be a grown man, Honor, or you could be a grown woman, Hunter, and you will always be my baby. So they already know that. Another thing that's different, I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand with that, is the mindset. The mindset when it comes to thinking of our children. I feel like we think of our children like all the time. And I feel like sometimes with, I don't want to say men, but kind of, but it's generalizing. So everybody's not like this. But I feel like there's this compartmentalization. You know, people have done studies on women's brains like spaghetti, men's brains like waffles. But I feel like there's a compartmentalization with our children. Like I'm thinking about how things affect them, how the decisions I'm making is affecting them. You know, if they're getting enough nutrient, I'm thinking about everything. But I feel like you could just be like, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about my kids, like, I don't know how it works. So you can speak to that.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think I broke it down to the nutrients. I'm like, okay, here's my compartment. Eat, right? Like, eat all your food. Mm-hmm. That's boom. That's just what that part is for me. So
yeah, I'm like, no, I need them to grow up. Are they gaining enough weight? Like, you know, the thoughts that I feel that as a parent you think, but clearly it's not, you're not thinking about that. You just like, just eat your food.
Just eat your food, man.
Because I'm like, wait a minute, that's not healthy. Oh my goodness, what's in this? That's not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like the mindset and even things that our children are doing and things that we say to them, I think of how it can affect them. And that's just me, I guess, being more aware. I don't know if everybody's like that, but a lot of people probably are. But I think about like, if we do this, what kind of effects could this have on their life? But I'm a thinker. So that could just be a Essence thinks that way because she's a thinker thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, okay. So nurturing, the way that we nurture. Leonard's pretty nurturing. I give you that. But I'm still the go-to, the number one. Like I'm the consultant when it comes to the nurture. Like when the kids need to be nurtured for something, I feel like I'm it. Like this is where they come in. They'll come to you too. Sometimes they want that, especially if I'm not giving it to them like they feel they deserve it. But for the most part, I'm that. If the child is crying, if they hurt themselves, if they need a hug, if they need some love, unless they want some dad attention, they're coming to me. Mm-hmm. And I think they also want to be in my presence. They will spend all day with me. They'll spend whatever fraction of time with me, and you'll come in and they'll give their hugs and have some fun and come right back. Like they don't want me to just be by myself. They don't want me to have a moment. They just want, they will be in the room with Leonard and come to me to ask me for a snack downstairs. They will be downstairs with you and come upstairs like, Mama, can I have it? I'm like, where's your dad? They'll be like, oh, he's downstairs. Ask him. Like he's already down there by you and you came to me to ask me. They will leave his presence to come to me for something.
I'll be asking, why don't you just ask?
I tell him, go ask him. You're already downstairs. I'm supposed to get up, come downstairs, give them whatever it is that they want, go back upstairs so they could go play with you.
Yeah. I think what it is that you're home with them pretty much 100% of the time. So when I'm at work, like they're just used to asking you for stuff.
But you'll be there.
Yeah, but that's not what I usually do. I usually go to ask moms. Let me go ask mom.
But isn't it easier? They're already there with you.
Yeah, you're thinking with the logic of a grown woman. I was going to say your age.
But yeah, I don't know. I just, you know. But anyway, the nurture. Like I feel like I give them hugs. I give them kisses. I give them love. I'm constantly telling them that they're loved. I always have to ask them the question. Yes, Honor is 5 and Hunter just turned 3 weeks ago. Couple weeks ago, but I still ask my children and they still know the answer. I say, do you know that I love you? Who's my favorite daughter? Hunter always tells me her. And I say, Hunter, who's my favorite son? And she says Honor, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. They know, but you do that too, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I probably stole it from you.
You did. I'm sure you did, because that's our thing, but I don't mind. As long as our babies feel loved. I don't know. I just think that, you know, it's just such a privilege and a responsibility to be a mom. Mm-hmm. It's a blessing. It's not easy. It's not a bed of roses. Mm-hmm. I guess it can be a bed of roses and there's thorns too. So maybe that's what, unless it's genetically modified. But yeah. And so it's a lot of things that are just different.
So I went on
being a mom versus a dad in our relationship anyway.
I went on ChatGPT and I asked about some differences. So I'm going to read some to you and just give me your thoughts. The first one, it says bonding. Now, keep in mind, this is ChatGPT, not us. So it's speaking generally.
Okay.
But we don't speak generally. Mothers typically bond with their children through nurturing and emotional connections, often involving physical affection like cuddling and holding, while fathers may bond through playing and shared activities such as sports and games.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true for us?
Yeah, because they'd be like, Mama. So if they ask me to play, I do play. But I'd be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to like do that. You know what I mean? Like Honor wants to play his game and he wants me to watch him. I'm like, okay, I'll just do it just because they want me to.
Let me tell you a secret. I don't be wanting to do it, but I do it anyway because they pressure me in.
Well, Hunter will be like, let's play dolls because she's really into that right now. So I'll just play with her. I'll be doing something in the middle. Hunter wants me to stop what I'm doing so I can watch her jump on one foot. And so I'll be like,
how cute is she?
I'll watch.
Yeah.
And then be like,
they like to play Hunter and Honor Pillow.
Yeah.
They just want me to lay on them.
They don't do that with because but then they want me to rescue them.
Right.
Whenever they're playing with you. And I'm like,
they try to get you in on the fun. This is the good dad time.
Go have fun with your dad.
Good times.
Okay.
So you say that's accurate. All right. Number 2, discipline style. Mothers often use more nurturing and empathetic approach to discipline, focusing on understanding the child's emotions and reasoning with them, while fathers may employ more of an authoritative or disciplinary approach, setting clear boundaries and enforcing rules.
Yes, however, the clear boundaries part.
What do you mean? I don't say clear boundaries. What are you telling me?
I think so, but like, I don't know. It's different.
Please, do tell.
But yeah, for the most part, I do agree with that. Like, I feel like you'll be in the moment and something will frustrate you because they're not listening.
Yeah, that's the boundary. Listen.
No, like it'll be something you're telling them to do, and it'll be like, and then you'll just be like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, so that's intentional. I think that is a true example of a clear boundary.
No, I mean when you're frustrated,
it comes off as frustration, but it's not that. It's a boundary.
Okay.
I'm frustrated because I need you to listen and do what you're told. So our children, like I would believe most children, like to do what they want to do when they want to do it.
Yeah, as we do.
So the boundary is, if I tell you a couple times and you're not paying attention, you're not doing it, then you're going to get more of a, authoritative reaction out of me, which might come off to some as frustration.
So I believe that we do that, right? Like we correct our children. And I believe that, so yeah, I guess so. To an extent, because I believe I do that too. But I do believe that I try to make sure that they're understanding, because I understand and know that children are like Honor's 5 and Hunter's 3. And so even though we expect them to know certain things, there's some, like, even though we're teaching them, we have to make sure that they understand, because they're 5 and 3, like they're learning, you know what I mean? It's not like they're like 15 and we've been telling them for 14, 13 years, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, like that. Okay.
All right. Number 3, expressions of love. Mothers may express love through verbal affirmations, nurturing gestures, and acts of service, while fathers may express love through providing for the family, offering practical support, and engaging in quality time together.
To an extent, because you do what I do.
What do you mean?
Like nurturing
I know,
for
right?
love.
Yeah.
You like hug and kiss.
Try to be more rough.
Be you. Be who God created you to be, because that's what our children need. Exactly who they gave their children to. Don't try to be anything outside of that, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Handling emotions. Mothers may tend to be more emotionally expressive and receptive, encouraging their children to openly express their feelings and providing comfort and support, while fathers may focus on teaching their children to manage their emotions, problem solve, and navigate challenges independently.
I feel like we both do both.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I feel like the latter more than the former.
I feel like you're the former as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like you have, like, I feel like, because we both check for understanding, we both want them to manage their like, we both are intentional about it, but I think it's because we're intentional. So it's not just like a style. It's like we both do it. Like we both do the work so that they're both like that. You know what I mean? Like we're implementing these things because we know that it's a benefit.
Right. And we talk about this kind of stuff.
Yes, that's why.
Yeah.
So
And I encourage you all who are listening to talk about this kind of stuff too. Yeah, because and that's why men and women are different, right? Because it's not like one side is right and the other side's wrong, but there's a balance, right? And the two come together, become one flesh, and then they go from there. So,
but yeah, it's all needed. It's not like one's better than the other. It's not like, oh, I need this or that. Like, God is perfect in how he creates us. And so he knows what each person needs. And so he's able to provide that through each one of us.
All right. Involvement in daily activities. Mothers often take the lead on the day-to-day caregiving tasks, such as feeding, bathing, bedtime routines, while fathers may contribute by taking on specific tasks or activities such as cooking meals, helping with homework, and engaging in outdoor activities. That doesn't seem like some of the ones that we read so far seem like I can understand. This is a little different than other ones.
Well, no and yes. No, yes. Like right now, I stay home. When we're both working, we both did everything that needed to be done, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if it's just like, oh, one person say something, because in some situations, I guess that's the dad that could stay home. You know what I mean? It just depends on the arrangement y'all got going on.
Yeah. You think we're just a good team? Because a lot of this stuff is like, we're just in here together on this. A lot of this.
In the name of Jesus.
Good God, huh?
We better be a good team because this is the team.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is it. Ain't no cuts. Ain't no substitutions. None of that. No timeouts. We go straight through. I don't know what that meant.
But me neither, but keep going.
You get it. Last one, support system.
Okay.
Now, it says mothers may seek support from social networks of other mothers for advice. Do you do that?
Yes.
Really?
I do.
What kind of social networks are we talking about?
Facebook.
Really?
Yeah.
For advice?
Yeah.
I did not know this was a thing.
I talk to moms that we know, like close friends and stuff. But there's some questions that I'll see, for example, like, okay, I'm in a stay-at-home mom group. There's different groups. And then people talk about things that they're experiencing. And so I'll read it and I'm like, like, that's good because they've experienced certain things that I've not experienced before. Or I see things that like I've experienced and I can share and pour into. Because I mean, if you're at home, everybody doesn't have that circle. We're blessed to have a circle of friends who we can rely on, but everybody doesn't have that. So, but there's people who have experiences that you've never experienced. You know what I mean? And you may be experiencing something with your child or thinking something may not be normal. And you're like, oh, it is normal. Look at all these people who've been going through X, Y, and Z and have been dealing with this. So yeah, I definitely listen. I'm somebody who's going to look up some stuff. I'm going to search it up. I'm looking for resources. I'm looking at what people are doing. I'm looking at, okay, what are psychologists saying? I look at psychology magazines. I look at to know like what's, I hate to say normal, but what the masses, what's common as far as development and where our children should be as far as markers, in their development and growth. Yes, I look that stuff up and I look to social networks. Not that I take everything that everybody says as if it's fact, but I mean, there's some good things in there.
Yeah. Chew the meat, spit out the bones.
Yeah, and I want my children to be the best that they can possibly be. And so that means they have to have a strong foundation in God. So I have to make sure that I am in the word and I know what's being said and done. And you know what I mean? I can teach them. And then I'm also looking up ways that people are teaching their children about God, teaching their children about other things in education, activities that stimulate the mind. Yes, I look it all up. You don't do any of that?
No, and well, apparently I'm not alone because it also says it says here that while fathers may rely more on their own problem-solving skills and have a smaller network of support, often consisting of other fathers and close friends. And I feel like this is more accurate for me.
That's usually where I get information, but there's so much at your fingertips, like especially with social media and the internet. Like, how do you not take advantage? You have neurologists and psychologists and child experts and you know what I mean at your fingertips. Like, why would you not access all that there is? Like, you don't even have to take it. You can like let it marinate and decide if it aligns. You know what I mean? Like, you got the word of God, you got people who dealt with it, you got other Christians, you got just experts. Just it sounds like
I hear you. I figured out. I figured out myself, and if not, then when a couple of the brothers come to the house, we're gonna talk about it.
That isn't, and it could work.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's just I have a larger pool than you. Yeah, that's all.
Interesting.
That's been another episode of Love and Honor. I hope you guys have had a blessed day, a happy Mother's Day, and that's all I got.
Peace.